Hey guys, today I brought out another one of my 1911s, and it's a Wilson Combat. I really, like the Wilson Combat 1911s. I think they do a great job building them. This is one that I bought through a major retailer, and this is the Wilson Combat Classic. As you can see, it says Classic, Elite. The store I purchased it from had made a large purchase, so I guess with the deal with Wilson, since they bought so many in bulk, they added that Elite to the end of the Classic. But I really, I've enjoyed this handgun. I've fired about 450 rounds so far through it. I haven't fired it in several months, but that's the round count on it right now, about 450. And I, so far, knock on wood, have not had any type of failure with it. Hopefully we won't today. So this is stainless steel. The sights on it, it has the Wilson Combat low mount rear sight that is fully adjustable for elevation and windage, and the rear of the sight is serrated. The front sight is a fiber optic, which, I like fiber optic. The red is generally a good color for me. As part of the Elite package, all the flats on the handgun are polished, which is really nice, and just so you know, the handgun is clear. So the flats on both sides are polished, which gives the handgun a really nice look. It does have front and rear cocking serrations. The front cocking serrations don't do a lot for me, but I mean they're there. Also has the rear of the slide is serrated. Also the top of the slide is serrated. Those will also help cut down on glare. All the different components on the handgun are the Wilson Combat bulletproof line, like the high ride grip safety, beaver tail grip safety. That's part of the bulletproof line. The ambi safety, which I am a left-handed shooter. If you've seen any of my other videos, so I'll buy a handgun with ambi safety when I can. And it's a very positive click. I really like the ambi safety on this handgun. But the mag release, the slide lock, everything's part of the bulletproof. This also has really nice high cut front strap and nice checkering on that front strap. The rear strap also has, or the back strap has, also really nice checkering. It definitely helps you, lock in your grip. It's not so sharp that it's going to cut, but feels really good and helps you, lock in that grip. It does have the mag well, and it is slightly tapered to help load the magazines. The trigger pull on this, according to the paperwork, it's just right at around 3.5 pounds, and it definitely feels like it. There's almost no take up. This is it, and once you hit that, the trigger just drops. So for me, it's definitely a range or a target style trigger. It's just very, very light. Let me think. So the grips are the Cocobolo Starburst Wilson Combat medallion in the middle of them. Really nice. I did add the little star screws. I think it just looks nice and kind of finished out the handgun. Wilson Combat, one of the reasons I like them so much is they really build quality handguns, and their 1911s are just awesome. Just the fit and finish. If you look at the slide to frame fit, very tight. Like there's just no movement whatsoever. They hand fit the barrel to the bushing. Just a lot of the handwork that goes into the Wilson Combats really sets them apart, and the quality of the parts they use. Now, with that being said, Wilson is very proud of these handguns, and they do charge for that. So they're not inexpensive. But like the old saying, you kind of get what you pay for, and definitely get that with a Wilson. Alright, so I have multiple magazines with this handgun. I have Ed Brown, I have Wilson Combat, 8-rounder, 7-rounders. What I want to do is just kind of shoot it today, have a little fun, and all right, let's shoot it, see how it shoots. So I'm going to use the Winchester 230 grain full metal jacket, the service grade. Just wanted to show you the ammo I will be using. Alright, so I adjusted the camera to focus in on the intermediate targets on this range. The round gongs are about 11 yards from where I stand. The first black silhouette's a little over 16 yards, and the second black silhouette is a little over 26 yards. Alright, I reloaded a couple mags and put the white gong back up. Alright guys, so I'm going to go out to my little bit longer range targets. The 4 far black silhouettes. The first one of the 4 is about 41 yards. The second one is 53. The third one out there in the long range set is 62. And the farthest target out there is a little over 77 yards. I'll go ahead and start with the 41 yard. I'm going to go ahead and try the 53. Alright, I'm going to go out to that 62. Alright, let's try that 77 yard target. I'm going to pull back from that one and zoom in on that 63 yard target. Alright, well I had a little bit better luck on the 60, I think it's 62 yards, than I did on the 77. So now I'm going to go back to the 53 yard target. All right, let's go back to the 41-yard target. All right, I have a 7-round Ed Brown magazine. What I want to do is try and shoot that 77 one more time. Let's pull out of that 77. And tell you what, I'm going to pick up the camera, completely move it, and shoot at the closer end targets. All right, guys, so I readjusted the camera back into the close and the kind of the mid-range targets, and I'm going to fire a few magazines at those, have a little fun. I may shoot at the longer ones a little bit once or twice, but you'll see. Try that 41. 53. Come on, 53. There we go. Outrunning my bullets. I found that 10-round Chip McCormick. so I went ahead and reloaded a few more magazines, put the white gong back up, shoot a few more before we end the video, just for fun. And I'm going to start out with that 10-round Chip McCormick again. Last magazine. All right, let me go ahead and set this down. It's pretty hot, and I'll readjust the camera and close out the video. All right, guys, I'm going to go ahead and wrap up this video real quick. I had a lot of fun shooting the Wilson Combat Classic Elite today. I fired around 400 rounds through it, and knock on wood, I'm still on a roll. There's another 400 rounds through it without a single malfunction of any type. The ammunition I used was the Winchester service grade 230 grain full metal jacket, and I used multiple magazines, Wilson Combat magazines, Ed Brown magazines, and a couple of Chip McCormick power mags. And like I said, knock on wood, still not a single malfunction with the handgun. And you know, that's part of the reason you know, Wilson Combat has such a good reputation, and such a, you know, kind of expensive 1911. They just work. They're really good, really good handguns. So I'll give you one last look at the handgun. It's pretty dirty. I'll have a little bit of fun cleaning that, and I will put all the dimensions of the targets and the exact distances as range with my laser rangefinder down in a little section below where I can put some information. And alright guys, I had a lot of fun today. I always have fun shooting steel. I will see you guys next time.